everyone, it is Calxiyn and Hunter here, and we are reacting to the Digital Circus, episode 3, and it's all very exciting now that it is on Netflix. I don't think that that's going to influence the reaction at all, but I will do a 3, 2, 1 pressing play when we are ready. Do you have anything that you would like to say before getting into this episode? It seems like we're kind of getting into, like, possible Nancy Drew, Scooby-Doo, The Butler Did It, like, type parody, because we have a house, and there are ghosts, and there are monsters, possibly Luigi's Mansion, I don't know, but I'm
My guess was, like, Super Mario 64, the, like, booze haunted house level, because that always terrified me as a child.
Oh, yes, I forget we should be talking about games, because they are in a computer.
They're in a video game, and they're in, like, specifically a very Nintendo 64 Mario Party feeling game.
I mean, Nancy Drew is also a video game, but I know what you're saying.
Nancy Drew was the book first. Also, Nintendo 64 games, there's just something uniquely eerie and cursed feeling about them.
True.
Right? It's the reason why, like, all those, like, weird creepypasta stuff, they all circle around,
like the painting in Mario 64 became eval.
It's always, like, Nintendo 64 games, because there's just something about those, like, really early 3D graphics that just feels bone deep haunted.
Yeah,
like,
and it's also like because before the internet, there could be secrets.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You didn't get, like, the whole game data mined. Like, it could be possible that there was something
scary. Nintendo 64 was, like Super Mario 64 was scary. Like, the part in the booze haunted house where, like, you have to get a red coin, but the red coin's behind a piano, and you're like, that's just a normal piano. And then it makes the worst noise, like the jangling on the bars to gate to hell, and, like, the piano opens its mouth and it just has this horrible
I'm gonna have to look for footage for this part, because I have no idea.
The piano, that is the most frightening thing that ever happened to me as a child.
So let's hope that we get some of that in this episode, I suppose.
Because the last episode didn't feel like that. The first episode was very scary, very disturbing. Second episode was still disturbing, but it felt more like an adventure.
And, like, this show isn't for kids, but I think it kind of had an E for everyone type vibe, so I hope that we do get back into something a bit more scary.
It's like the kind of highly disturbing thing that you can get away with showing a kid, because it's like, oh, there's no blood, there's no violence, there's no nudity.
But I hope that this one's a bit more creepy. It is Halloween, that's why I'm dressed like this. So, okay, just in case, 3, 2, 1, press and play. Also, we are watching on Netflix, not just because of the acquisition, but also because I wonder if the closed captions...
Was it an acquisition?
Well, I guess, not acquisition, sorry. They just licensed a deal.
I can't hold it any longer.
Sure you can. We can't die from oxygen deprivation.
Oh, maybe they're just playing a game?
It still feels like I'm gonna die.
Try not thinking about it.
Oh.
You can toughen up. I want to see what your funny cartoon body does.
Hey, take it easy.
Oh, take it easy. That's you.
All right.
I still think Pomni and Raggedy Ann Doll are gay.
Oh, okay.
The blue zone.
I'm just waiting for that to be a thing.
I love how her face is changing color. That's fun.
Okay, we're getting red.
Oh, orange.
They really have nothing better to do.
Whoa, look. Now she's turning blue.
She was already blue.
Huh. Guess the hue shift just gets faster.
Why am I the one doing this? Why not one of you guys?
Because something different happens with each person.
Okay.
For instance, Kinger starts glowing, Rabbit's hair noodles stick up, Noodles' mask starts spinning.
I wonder if this is gonna be important.
My limbs straighten up. Fuck off.
Turn straight. Oh,
He refuses to
I like
show us
that.
because he's a coward.
I want to keep the mystery.
Okay.
alive. What do you, the viewers, think?
Okay. I love how they, like, we see him talking to us, but they don't see him talking to anyone. That's hilarious.
Today's adventure is the Mystery of Mildenhall Manor.
Okay.
That's right.
Yeah.
I kind of got the impression in the first episode that, like, no one agreed to do any of these games.
Right.
They were just bored of it, but now it's like, no, you have to do the game. You don't have a choice. You're voluntold.
Yeah, like they were just doing it because they were bored, but even if they were bored, they couldn't refuse.
Oh god, that's disturbing.
Where's Zooble? I made this adventure really cool and mature, just for them.
Mature. I'm pronouncing it mature from now on.
What?
The NPCs aren't gonna become
Oh
self-aware in this one, right?
no,
I really want to see what she said backwards there.
Yeah, me too.
Everybody into the fractal noise. It's adventuring time.
Damn, I love how Zooble just got away with it. Like, they just disappeared and that's okay. Okay.
Oh, this place is spooky.
I wonder if this is like the repurposed Murder Drones mansion set. That'd
I
be
don't
pretty
know.
funny.
That
Right,
would
'cause
be
it's still
funny.
the same.
Yeah.
Right?
Reduce, reuse, recycle. I like that.
Oh,
Come on.
Oh my
it wasn't
God.
even scary.
the animation's really
Yeah,
smooth
it's
in this
very,
one.
Hey, be nice to her. She's had a
Oh, I
rough
like the
couple of
vacuum. That could
days.
be Luigi related.
Yeah, Luigi's
Right,
Mansion
Gangle?
related.
Does
Oh,
Oh, look at
creepy.
the
Yeah.
Abstraction in the
art.
back.
Abstract art. That's sort of interesting.
Not abstract art, abstraction.
Oh.
Remember, that's what happens to the.
Oh, right. Yes, you're right.
I'll be your guide today.
Okay.
That looks
Why
very
won't they go
nice.
back in?
I remember my first wild take. I don't know why they're not returning.
Ah, I don't like this.
If
Ah,
you want to
that's
continue on your
disturbing.
adventure, you have to choose which door you're gonna go through. The
Whoa.
door on the left is the normal door.
Rated wow for all ages.
The door on
Okay.
the right is the really scary door.
Rated for mature.
I'm guessing that Jax is gonna push them through a
Rated
door
R.
they don't want to go in. Oh no!
What? I thought we were supposed to capture all the ghosts.
See, so he knows.
Which door should we choose?
Oh, look at
poor
Kinger
Pomni.
trying to put her eyes
Try
back
this
in.
Don't worry, Gangle. I'll get it for you.
Ah! Pull out the
What an
eyeball! Oh my
upsetting-
god!
Oh, that's the scary door.
Zooble, come on out. I just want to talk to you.
Okay.
Oh, I know.
What the,
Oh.
You've done that the whole time?
Zooble, I just want to get to the bottom of why you keep skipping
Oh.
all
I
my
kind of feel
amazing
bad. Like,
adventures.
Kane's
You're
making me
really
feel
hurting
guilty.
Bubbles' feelings.
Bubbles feelings?
Enough about Bubbles' feelings. How about your feelings?
Okay.
Oh, therapy session. That's where
So,
this
what's
part
on your
comes
mind,
in.
Zooble.
I would rather not.
Yeah.
I love them.
Go on.
Having like a therapy session
Already
be
told you what the
administrated
problem is. You
administrated
just
by a
never
like
remember
proper
because
amoral sociopath would
My
be pretty
mind is
interesting.
a beeswax polished coconut.
Oh.
Nothing ever escapes these cakes. So what can I do to make my adventures more
Oh, dear.
appealing to you?
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. All you're thinking about is your adventures. It has nothing to do with the adventures. It's more just. Ugh, forget it. I'm not even listening.
Zooble, look at this cool bee I drew.
That is a very cool bee.
Oh
We're
dear.
all very proud of you. At least her eyeballs are back in.
Where are we?
Also, getting stuck in a scary situation with like the most panicky and useless
Yeah.
of your compatriots, not an ideal situation.
Oh,
That's a good setup for this episode, though. Oh dear. I wonder if, like, is this what they're afraid of? Oh, it's so dark, though. Like,
I wonder what this thing is.
My name is Baron Theodore Mildenhall. Hunting has been a
Malcolm
I love how, like, the
Okay.
stereotypical first the record player, but also the newspaper right beside, like,
Yeah.
you know.
The creature you see before you is one I've been pursuing for years. Not quite a man, but
Okay.
not quite an animal. Something unholy, something evil.
This is
I took it upon myself to spend
because
every
the tone is
waking
odd because all the previous episodes it was like, yeah, it's cheery, but the grimness hiding behind the thin veneer of cheeriness is what was disturbing.
Sure.
This is just trying to be disturbing on its face. And for some reason, it being disturbing forward has kind of
I'm
weirdly
starting
put
to
me at ease.
Oh. I know what you're
How about
saying.
we try
Yeah.
to find a way back up to the others?
It's also, like, this is what you're expecting, almost, out of something like this, and so it's more
Yeah.
comforting.
I love these adventures.
But yeah, I just think it's so funny because that's
Always
such a
like
popular
this.
video game convention of like where devs play stuff to be
Yeah.
seen by the person, you know.
Environmental
It's locked.
storytelling.
It's locked, of course. It's locked. I love that it's locked.
Kinger is surprisingly like okay, like
Yeah,
he's a little
he's
chill
okay
right
with
now.
this. That's a little suspicious of him, is it not?
Tuesday, December 4th. Although I had shot the creature multiple times.
I love how in this world people are just walking around leaving like audio logs. It's like in the Spider-Man game where people have like digital voice recorders and they just have dozens of them, everyone, no one's doing this.
Yeah, the little eyeball page or something right
it's
there.
Like, yeah, no one, like I understand its usefulness here, but like no one actually does that in real life.
Oh, well. Too late for that.
This is some rather
Yeah, exactly. I love that.
At least Kingler can't blink.
And this is some rather inconvenient darkness.
What was that? Was that you?
No. Oh,
I wonder who came up with that.
grabbing
You
you right
only
now?
see their eyes
That
in the
was me.
blackness
Is this your
animation.
hand?
I don't know.
My eye.
Because I love
Yes,
it.
but which eye?
I really don't think that matters. You said it's my eye.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
What happened?
I just remembered a really funny joke.
I love how his eyes are like unevenly shades of hilarious.
Oh my god.
I think we should hold on to each
Oh.
other and slowly make our way
Okay, okay. Go, Kinger. Okay.
Aww.
He's being pretty responsible today.
Yeah, he's weirdly uncharacteristic.
What was that?
What's what?
That.
Well, maybe it's because he knows it's just an adventure, right?
Boat.
Yeah.
A boat?
Whatever the case, I think we should be completely quiet.
Okay, yeah, I agree. You know, you're really hit and miss with these things sometimes. Wait.
There's a fly in here.
I don't...
I think that's making a lot of noise. Oh god, there is a fly.
And gotcha! I think I got him. I can't see my hands.
Okay.
Okay. You just think that's not that frightening because I kind of expected it.
Yeah.
I couldn't quite make that out.
The fly!
The fly! This is not the fly!
What's the like? It's like the thing of like Zoomer horror. Or something.
Yeah, the skibbity.
Yeah, the
toilet
skibbity whatever,
game.
like monsters or like all of those like weird like newer horror games that kind of have their DNA from like from like Slender and stuff like that. It reminds me of that, which has never really been that effective on me, you know.
Uh-oh. Well, what's he seeing then? He said honey, so like the queen
I don't know.
piece?
You know, like, you saw It with me, right? I showed you It. Like, when you look in Pennywise's mouth, you see stars that like mesmerize you so you don't fight back.
There's a little bit of that.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're getting from here, like, you know, Pennywise.
Use my adventures to torture my guests. Any torment I inflict is 100% accidental.
Okay.
Like a poor criminal.
Oh.
We weren't even talking about that.
That's
I
not
really
how-
couldn't give less of a crap about the adventures.
Then what is your problem, Zooble? I'm trying my best to remember, but both you and my brain won't tell me.
It's me, remember?
Okay.
I don't like myself. I hate this body. I hate all these stupid removable pieces. I just want to find something that feels...
Hi, gender dysphoria.
Oh, yeah, now
Zoobles?
why I couldn't remember? It's because that problem is already solved. Simply swap out your undesirable
No, that's not the point.
I've been trying to find parts I like since the day I got here.
So, back to the adventures.
Forget it.
Forget it.
Just forget it.
Forget what?
Oh boy.
Nobody likes your stupid
I kind of feel bad.
But Zooble's right.
Ragatha's just too nice to say anything.
I mean, they're
Jax
not
just likes to
wrong,
fight
but
with everybody. Gangle's too shy to speak
I love
up.
depressed
King's
gay
insane.
gender
And
dysphoria
Pomni, she
MC
looks
Escher
traumatized every time she comes
pop art
back
looking
from one.
monster. Not MC Escher, but pop art looking
Zooble,
monster.
Zooble, making adventures is my art.
She
It's
looks
all I
like a
exist to
pattern
do,
that
all
would
I'm
be on like
good at.
the side of
what
like
you're
a
saying could
paper
apply
cup
that
you've
I'm
done
Oh.
in the 90s,
The only
you know?
I was gonna say the bowling, carpet.
Yeah,
floor.
carpet at the bowling
But
alley.
I kind of feel bad for Caine. If his only purpose is to make games, you need
I don't
someone
feel
to play
bad
the
for
games.
Caine at all. Caine is an unfeeling robot.
I mean, you think.
We need to get
We
to
don't
work on
know.
your behavioral issues. I'm gonna show you some ink blots, and you're gonna say the first word that comes to your mind.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know, Hunter. I think that there's more going on.
Also, what's happening to Jax and Randy?
I don't know, they're just chilling.
They're just like off somewhere enjoying the easy mode.
Some kind.
Okay, so that's the man.
Things have gotten far.
How convenient that is lying on the ground right in front of him.
I love that though, because that's such a, like, again,
ridiculous video game thing.
Theoretical
children.
Jumping at every shadow, every
Oh, wait, is this supposed to be...
shooting the love of my
Wait, what if this is what happened to Kinger somehow?
Maybe.
Because they talk about how he's frightened of everything, right? Like, what if this is him?
It like plays on his like psychology that the game presumably has.
Yeah.
in my cellar.
Or like maybe this could have even been him in real life somehow, but like obviously not him.
I will slay the beast that took everything from me.
Maybe his wife died in a similar way and now he's stuck in the
How's about we
computer.
take his gun?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Cause see, that's why he's so level-headed. What if it happened before? I don't know, Hunter.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't.
I mean, he's polite, if nothing else, right?
Looks like we've got 2 shots. Let's make them count.
Okay.
When did he get all badass and competent? The first episode, I don't even think he says an actual word. He's just yelping and yelling and crying. Panicking and running away.
I don't know. Well, maybe Pomni gave him the hope or something. Okay, so it's just, that's not the same monster that was outside, though, was it?
No, different monster. Oh, there's its head, I suppose.
Okay.
Kinger?
So you have one shot for the body, one shot for the head. What's the
Just
problem?
leave it to me. I can handle this.
Okay. Nice.
2.
Well,
It can't be that easy, though, can it?
bad.
Perhaps it
Which
is.
is what I would be saying if I
Oh
didn't
my
know
God.
that the creature was actually one of God's angels.
What?
And anyone who brings harm to it will be dragged down into
Oh.
the cold, spiraling pits of hell where my soul resides.
Well, I mean, angels do frighten you. That's why they've always...
Oh my God.
They always introduce themselves with "Do not be afraid," so...
And your bodies will be
Oh.
my only means of doing so.
Well,
Okay.
that's fucked up. I like that twist, at least.
He'd record this if he was in hell.
Whoop.
Let go of me!
I hope you're ready, because the next breath you take down there will be your last, and your bodies will belong to me.
Okay.
I hate this stupid adventure!
This is
Oh,
highly
man.
disturbing. Now do we cut to Jax?
Oh my God, that's so
They're
funny.
having a tea party. She looks lovely.
Good tea. Sorry again about your husband killing you and
Oh my
everything.
God.
You know how men are. Always having the silliest priorities.
Okay.
Can't live with him, can't live without him. Am I right, ladies?
If your friends see him, I only hope he doesn't bore them to death
Oh.
with his endless monologues. That
Or
man
drags
could
them
turn
to
a
hell.
57-second story into a Greek tragedy.
I'll be sure to
I
ask him
love
next
this
time I see
lady.
him.
She looks
I
so
know.
The
pretty.
tea. I had a
She's
really
great.
nice time here.
Don't mention it. Feel free to visit any.
Oh, okay. So they got a nice,
I like that they tied
easy,
Jax
fun
up.
adventure.
Yeah.
Congratulations, my little ironclad waffle cones! You've taken the pacifist route. You should be proud of what
Yay!
good
You've
people you
beaten
are.
Undertale.
Unfortunately, we still need to wait until your other teammates finish their adventure before I can grant you permission to leave.
I wonder how long that'll be.
So how are they gonna get out of the pits of hell or whatever?
I mean, she got out of the, like, glitched
True,
whatever.
true.
In hell right now. Hell! Of course I'd be in hell. How could I not be in literal hell right now?
Oh dear.
Try to stay calm. I'm sure Caine included a way to escape.
It's kind of interesting that hell is like
Oh my gosh.
whatever this is. Like, you know what I mean?
Little souls? Just going around like dust mites?
Hey, there's actually a staircase down there. It could be a way out. Maybe it'll work for us since we still have our bodies? Though I'm worried about what that tape said earlier.
I'm just gonna try going fast.
Wait, Pomni!
Oh dear.
Okay. Yeah.
Pomni!
Oh
Good old-fashioned body horror there.
Oh god. Oh, that reminds me of something, but I don't know what.
Hey! You get out of her, you...
Okay.
Get out of my friend.
What? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's going on?
You all right there?
No.
Oh.
I'm guessing the souls are attracted to living things.
Okay.
Just want a vessel to be able to leave with. Man. 7 years of computer science for this.
Wait, so you remember that you did computer science?
I wonder if he made this game.
Wait, so it wouldn't be Caine, it would be him?
Yeah, well, Caine just looks to be an AI that was created by whoever.
Yeah,
What if
what the
he's
Don't
made
say that. You're not in... Well, I guess we are technically in... Forget about that.
Yeah, but he
How
knows.
about we just relax for a bit?
This is
while nobody's
suspicious.
chasing us?
I think it could be more he was working on the game. Because we
Yeah.
still have that Caine and Abel thing, like from episode 1 and all that
Yeah.
stuff, right? So.
My fault we went down this path, wasn't it?
Oh no!
Sorry for that.
Why have you been acting so different lately?
I have, haven't I? I'm normally not too good with memories,
Uh-oh.
but being surrounded by darkness always brings me back to a certain time.
Oh, okay, so
oh,
the darkness is
backstory.
comforting
Right after
then?
my wife
Yeah, because he likes to hide in the,
distracted.
you know.
I don't recall the exact string of events, but we both ended up in the fort together,
Oh.
and it was dark. The darkness seemed to calm her down a bit. The harsh, jagged edges smoothed out, and she didn't seem aggravated anymore.
Okay.
She wasn't the
He
same.
can
as
remember
before,
his
but she
wife,
was
so he could remember.
calm.
Did he
Well, that
become
was
his wife?
Queenie, I think.
Yeah.
The other
Before she
piece.
got sent to the cellar.
But did they decide they were
That
married
moment
at the
when we
game,
got
or do they
darkness.
remember that they were
I
married?
see what you're saying.
So, like,
Here in the circus?
Yeah,
Well,
was
here in the
funny,
circus,
creative.
she said.
really into entomology. I used to hate bugs, but
Wait, what?
she somehow got me to like
so
them.
he can remember.
It's not the most cheerful
But
memory,
Pomni said here in the
at
circus.
least have
Yeah,
control
but like,
over it.
Oh,
why,
I know
why
what
would
you're
they know
saying.
about bugs? Because there just aren't any bugs
I know
there.
how it can feel in this.
I feel like
circus.
maybe he's the creator. I feel like
Sometimes
that's a
it all
good
just
argument.
feels pointless,
Yeah.
but it's not. Not if you have people who care about you.
Oh.
Good memories can do a lot. Hold on to them
Okay.
and cherish the people around you.
That's
Well, this is all
weirdly
very nice,
sweet.
but.
You're still in hell, babe. Like, I don't. That
Well,
has.
if he dies this episode, though, Hunter, then we're not gonna find out. So I see death flags for him right now.
Perhaps.
Wanted or loved.
I'm glad you're here with me.
Aw, they're cute. That's nice. Oh, maybe this is why they have to hold their breath so the bugs don't, you
I've been
know,
thinking about
the
that last
souls
night.
don't go in their
He said-
mouths.
The next breath you take down there will be your last. Maybe we can get through if we don't breathe.
So he's gonna
Not
glow.
Very good at holding my breath.
Well,
Alright.
how about we try not thinking about it?
I love how this weird full circle thing, like,
If
it feels
Yeah.
so like children's show in a way, you know what I mean? But,
you're just gonna go back to being crazy,
oh,
you're not gonna remember any of this, are you?
Don't worry about me. As long as you remember.
so that's interesting. He's only lucid because it's dark.
Yeah.
Very strong, Pomni.
Oh dear.
Odd.
And I know you'll be
Kind
able
of.
to get through
It's
this.
just a strange thing they seem
Just
to
hold
pull
on.
out of a hat.
Well, I think he did this in previous episodes, so I think in
Perhaps.
hindsight it
Right.
makes a lot of sense. Like he's been hiding in the fort. In the other episode, his head's in the bucket or
Yeah.
something. Hello, anime ending credit.
Yeah, And then he'll start glowing and start illuminating the dark.
Aw, that's cute! I love how hell is just whatever this is. It looks more like a basement.
Oh, Pomni, Kinger, are you guys okay? Was it scary?
I'm fine, actually. What happened up here?
Don't worry about that.
Pomni was very brave.
Oh.
At least I think she was.
Oh dear.
Were you?
Something like that.
Oh, this is nice.
Ragatha.
I love Ragatha.
Yeah. I just want to say
and how she tied up Jack.
Thanks for always being
Oh,
concerned
that's
about me.
nice.
Gay, homosexual,
I haven't
gay.
really been appreciated.
I mean, I think they said, Hunter, there would be no romance in this show, but you can still dream.
I know.
It's okay.
I don't expect that, but like, some characters just seem a little straight. That's just how I feel.
Mm-hmm. Oh no!
The what?
The comedy mask. Because that's what got thrown in the thing, right?
Even a real direction at all.
Oh.
Whoopsie daisy, looks like everybody completed the adventure and they're coming home. Quick, pretend we weren't having a therapy session.
Okay.
Welcome back, my meowing milkmaids.
You're what?
Don't ever call us that again.
Oh, he goes back in his little.
So what was it like being stuck with a nutcase?
Oh.
It wasn't that bad, actually.
Jax.
Well, this was all very nice, if not mildly suspicious. Okay.
I will say, like, I feel like so much of horror, especially horror that's like hip and trendy, I guess right now, at least in a lot of online spaces, is this kind of Gen Z sort of horror where it's just like weird big
Skibbity, like I said.
Yeah, like that, but like weird big rictus smiling like copy pasta stuff that just is like they kept going with it. So big gory mouthed smiley faces, many teeth type deal. There's a lot of like those like Steam games on Steam. You see doing that, and they become popular and people react to it, and then it's like another week, and then there's another game. They're just kind of disposable. And I feel like, yeah, it is sort of disposable. And I feel like this episode tries to do that with like the big, scary, multiple teeth, big rictus grin floating head thing. That's not that scary. I feel like what was really upsetting was the kind of horror of imagining yourself stuck in this sort of infinite, like just it's the mundanity and cheapness and like being
like of the adventure or just the circus?
No, like the first episode was frightening because it was like, imagine you were stuck in Super Mario 64 and your brain slowly wasted away because you could never escape. You have no future, you have no past, you can't really fall asleep.
Yeah.
It's just this kind of I have no mouth and must scream infinite like
loop.
Anxiety.
Yeah.
There's no escape. It's like purgatory. That's what was really disturbing. And the fact that it was masked over by this really like cheap chintzy Nintendo 64 brand of like positivity made it creepier.
Yeah.
That was sort of interesting and unique. This just like them, like a show with a kind of unique, or I feel sort of unique and interesting horror angle, doing the shit that everyone else does on a laugh very easily, not even thinking about it, kind of made it disposable for me.
Yeah, I don't know how to
At least
feel
the
about
horror.
these last episodes just because, like the last two, because I wonder if the show was trying to be scary, like in the first episode, and it was, I don't know, do you know what I mean? Like, if we got the wrong impression because it was just the pilot, and even though that element is going to be there, like a pilot episode's job is to kind of give the idea of the general sense of the show, and that's sprinkled out slowly throughout multiple episodes instead of culminating in one big one. So I know what you're saying, but I just wonder if it's like we got one big dose of horror and we're expecting it to top itself, but episode 2 and 3 is supposed to be, okay, but now the show's actually starting. If this was a regular TV show, episode 2 would have been episode 1, and you would have had the sprinkle of like this AI who gave Caine's sentience and like tries to go back and then gets deleted by Caine. And then in this episode, you understand that something really bad's happened with Kinger, and he can only be lucid in like complete darkness, right? So I know what you're saying, Hunter. I don't think that the criticism is even necessarily wrong. I just wonder if it has to do like with expectations versus the show they actually wanted to
That's true.
make.
It's just the first episode was like psychological horror. Then the second one was like, it was less psychological horror and more like an adventure story with some real nihilistic like beats in it. Like these like new characters have a new lease in life and Caine's like, nope, can't have that, and disappears them. Like that's kind of like nihilistic and that's sort of like funny in a way, like the kind of absurdism. And then this third one had some really interesting character beats. Like I liked Kinger. Kinger, there we go.
Kingsley, I like how you're naming him everything throughout this episode, except for his name.
I like Kinger's little background story of how he suddenly becomes calm. I do think suddenly, like, that he's okay in the dark seems kind of random, and I think the fact that he can remember his past, seemingly.
I don't think that it was, I don't know, it's hard though, Hunter, because if it's like, to me, I'm like, you could read it as his past or his past in the circus. You know what I mean? Like, his wife teaching him about bugs. I know we don't see bugs, but, like, there could be bugs in a book somewhere.
But seemingly people don't have, like, memory of this. So if she knows stuff about bugs...
But maybe there's a book about... You know what I mean? They left it vague, I think, a little bit on purpose, so you don't really know. But, yeah, he does seem to have... I mean, he said 7 years of computer science, right? And that was kind of a throwaway joke, but,
It's just, like, because I'm thinking of, like, what are the other, like, videos trapped in a video game things we've watched, and I'm like, well, in Sword Art Online, like the big bad who put everyone in the game was himself in the game as well.
What's throwing me off is just the Caine and Abel thing, because you would think like, why would Caine have functionally, I guess, 2 personalities if it's, unless you're saying that this is Abel, but I feel like that they would have made it a little more obvious than having it be Kinger, right? And then also you have the issue of, okay, well, there was a queen piece that abstracted, and so that, I don't know how that all fits in with the Bible story of Caine and Abel. I don't think that it necessarily slots in nicely anywhere, right? And so, yeah, I don't know. I think, I wonder, too, if what the twist is going to be is that abstraction is actually like waking up, like if this whole thing's gonna be, you know, because this episode talks about therapy. I wonder what they're gonna go for is that like this is all kind of like the worst therapy session that you've ever had, where at the end of it, the reason why people abstract isn't actually because they lost their mind, but because they're going back to the real world and getting reintroduced in a society or something. So like maybe what you'll have is like a Bonnie and Clyde-esque Queenie and Kinger story, and like she was rehabilitated, but he's not. I don't know, but how does that fit in? Because the computer science thing made it sound like that he had a role in making the game, and so even that doesn't perfectly fit well if we do the Black Mirror, like they're all criminals and this is a whole thing, right? And this is supposed to be like to redeem them or punishment or like eventually so they'll get out. I don't know. It's interesting because I think the show's a lot more character driven than some people expected. And I do appreciate a good character-driven show. I just wonder how dramatic or not dramatic our reactions are, which is always something that I get concerned about. But I will say, think the theorizing angle is what's interesting to me right now, because then you have Caine saying that the only thing he's made for is adventures, and that kind of gives like a child vibe, you know what I mean? Like, I wonder if it's gonna be like, is Caine just a little kid, like that's trapped in a teeth or like rooster teeth chatter thingy, like, you know what I mean?
Chatter teeth,
showman
jigsaw
type character, and then like at the end you always have the sun and the moon thing, and like I don't know, they haven't like dove into those 2 characters as we see them over the circus, but it's like, is that supposed to be the Caine and Abel? I don't know. I enjoyed this episode for their character beats. I don't know how exciting it was for you guys. That, I guess, is what I'll say.
Yeah, right? Because it didn't have those big moments of like, oh god, existential dread, like really like big punchy moments.
Yeah.
I do think of the 3 episodes, it's the least strong. I do love. Oh, what's the other character with the interchanging parts?
Zooble.
I do like Zooble's conversations. I like the little gender dysphoria Zooble.
Because well, what if that's the thing? Is that they all have something that they need to overcome, and then they abstract, right? Is that
Maybe?
something? I don't know.
But
you know
abstraction occurred when you finally cracked and you couldn't handle it. It's
but
not like
that's
the end
their
of...
perception. What if it's actually the reverse? It's that you're actually better now. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's interesting how everyone, this could just be character writing and unrelated to the setting, but everyone kind of has one thing that they have to get, seemingly they have to get over. Ragathai's too nice to say anything to Caine about not enjoying the adventures. Her thing seems to be that she's kind of a pushover, right? Yeah. Jax is a jerk. Kinger is scared all the time. Pomni, I haven't quite settled on beyond
just
caring too much and getting
anxiety,
traumatized
or just unsure of herself. I suppose
Zooble has the body part thing, so it seems like everyone has some sort of problem, and you wonder okay, well, are they in the circus to resolve that problem? If Zooble learns to love themselves, are they going to disappear into the ether or something? I don't know. But yeah. I don't know. It's hard. It's difficult because I really like the show and it's very well animated. It's just it's one of those things where sometimes you can only appreciate things in hindsight, and I feel that as the show continues on, it'll be yeah, we finally get that Hunter. Whereas right now, I'm just
I will say the nice ghost, the bit about the nice guy, this episode, I should say, is deceptively very funny. The running gag of them bumping into the pre-recorded messages is very funny.
Because even though it's in that stereotypical setting, they did make use of it, and then they had the ghost guy on the tape be and now I'm here to, take your bodies. That was a nice little subversion.
It's playing BioShock, where everyone just is obsessed with the idea of recording their own voice.
Yeah.
Or it's
But then you had the queen. And then the queen, you had the wife. Every wife is a queen. But, sorry, I'm getting them confused. You had the ghost wife, and she was a great character.
Just really she's oh, the husband,
it makes you wonder what happened.
Rolling her eyes at her idiot husband is very funny to me.
Yeah, I guess he said hypothetical child, so maybe he means unborn child, and that's what the first ghost was supposed to be. But yeah, I just wonder, because they had this parallel with the guy and his wife, and obviously then you have Kinger and Queenie. Was that just supposed to be a parallel to Kinger, or was that us getting what the fuck happened? You know what I mean? Was there a home invasion? I don't know, or something like that. I
like
wonder.
the idea that it's some by his account he stumbled on to this horrible misery, and by her account he's oh, what a dipshit, tripped and fallen, landed in hell.
Well,
I love the contrast.
She's up there, so
yeah, I love just the contrast of people self-mythologizing versus a neutral third party's this fucking idiot.
It's also because you had the angel thing, oh, it's one of God's angels, and so that's why he got sent to hell. The wife didn't do anything wrong. She's just chilling. I think the depiction of hell, though, I will say, was really interesting as this kind of weird, it was not the fire and brimstone hell. It was kind of more a Greek mythology hell, where you had these sort of, poles, and it was just really dark
and the little spirits almost as little I don't know,
weird floating sperm in the air is the first thing that I thought of.
Little sprites floating in the air, very creepy.
But yeah, I just wonder. Very
I'm
neat. Well, is that
Firefly.
Is that supposed to be also not a metaphor, but is that supposed to point towards something? The fact that hell is literally just a basement? Hell literally just looks like someone's basement. It's not a fire and brimstone and whatever. What if that is the parking lot of the computer place? You know what I mean? Of where all the computers are. Because that's the other thing, other than kind of, it wasn't Greek in that sort of shape with the little grooves in the column, but it looked like how in the parking lots they have the support beams, and it just seemed that's what they were walking through. So I really don't know. I feel that it'll be interesting to see what theories come up, because I do like a good theorizing session. We haven't had one for this show yet. Maybe if I see what other people are saying, because really it's a little difficult right now. So I guess we'll see. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys had fun. Hope this reaction didn't get blocked, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye!